also want to reiterate how deeply sorry Canada is for the situation this put President Zelensky and the Ukrainian delegation in. It is extremely troubling to think that this egregious error is being politicized by Russia and its supporters to provide false propaganda about what Ukraine is fighting for.
Guys, Canada, if you haven't heard, Trudeau and his cronies are back at it again with their bullshit. So here he's apologizing for the tribute to vet who fought in World War II Nazi unit. If you saw, or maybe didn't see the other day, they were up there, paying tribute to a Nazi. Says Trudeau said he is offering Parliament's unreserved apologies to the world several days following a scandalous revelations that lawmakers mistakenly praised a man who fought in a Nazi division in World War II. He said this is a mistake that deeply embarrassed Parliament in Canada. Said he acknowledged the incident during President Vladimir Zelensky's Ottawa visit struck a blow to Ukraine's public relations efforts as it tries to rally support for its fight against Russia and Moscow, uses the debacle to its advantage. All of us who were in this house on Friday regret deeply having stood and clapped, even though we did so unaware of the context, he said. It was a horrendous violation of the memory of the millions of people who died in the Holocaust, and it was deeply, deeply painful for Jewish people. So painful. It also hurt Polish people, Roma people. Oh, here we go. No shit. 2 LGBTQI plus people, disabled people, racialized people, and the many millions who were targeted by the Nazi genocide. Trudeau did not take questions from reporters and pointed blame at the House of Commons Speaker. This follows the resignation on Wednesday of the Speaker, Anthony Rota, who has assumed responsibility for inviting Yaroslav Hunka, 98, to Parliament, and publicly praised him as a Ukrainian and Canadian hero. No shit. Netting Hunka a standing ovation from Canadian politicians and Zelensky. He apologized for the incident, blah, 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 blah. So it doesn't matter. These people don't do this kind of shit on accident. This was on purpose. They knew it. Here's the thing, they're saying Russia's using it against them. The only reason they're having an apology, it's a heartless apology. But because the people caught on. And they're going to blame, oh, don't believe your lying eyes. We make mistakes too. Your lying eyes and ears. It's all Russia, Russia, Russia. It's bullshit. They praised a Nazi. Why? That's what they are. They are like Nazis. Trudeau, during the COVID restrictions and everything, I mean, we all remember the whole trucker alliance, the whole trucker movement there. But these people forced it down their people's throats. And unfortunately for those civilians, they're used to having things just be the way. And they don't have real rights. They don't have real freedom of speech. They don't have the right to defend themselves against their country. When you don't have those two things, you're screwed. So they're born and bred that way. But even those people bred that way, all across the world in all these countries, knew the tyranny that was going on, the Nazi-like advances on their society. And that's exactly what's going on. It also ties to, which is interesting, they did this on purpose. Ukraine is filled with Nazis. It's exactly who they are. And if you go and look at Russia, Putin talks about the Nazis of Ukraine and how they're there to take them down. The U.S. propaganda says it's all a lie, it's all BS. All of a sudden, there's a bunch of bioweapon labs magically reported in the news. They couldn't stop it from coming out. And then we ask ourselves, why wouldn't Russia invade Ukraine at this point?